Evening all. Stephen, aka Beerbeard here once again. Wishing you a happy Saturday evening. Going to put up a more detailed video tomorrow, but I thought I'd just check in tonight. Sorry if I'm looking a bit flushed. I've been sitting out. We had a few days of glorious sunshine a couple of weeks back, and then it disappeared. Cloud, rain, whatever, and the sun has just come back this evening. So I've been sitting out in it, but because I get this skin condition, so I do tend to, when I sit out in the sun for a while, it's not sunburn, I just flush. I'm a Northern European, what can I say? Smoking my little Ukrainian pearwood with some Gawith Hogarth rum flake in it, which I haven't dried out enough. So I'm going to have to keep on relighting it. Same old story. I do apologise for keep churning out the same pipes and tobaccos. That's why I ramble on about all kinds of crud that comes into my head. Instead of doing what a YTPC member should do and talk about pipes and tobacco. But I've got the same old stuff. But it was my payday a couple of days ago, so I feel a treat myself session coming on. I will say, I do appreciate a couple of people who have offered to send me tobacco, and it's very, very, very kind of you. I appreciate it. It's a wonderful thing about this community, the generosity. It's just that the kind of person I am, I want to exchange. I know people that offer to send it, don't expect anything in return, I know that. But just the kind of person I am, I would like to be in a position to send things back. And that's just me. Stupid, but you know, that's the way I am. Not a specific purpose to this video this evening, other than to check in, give a couple of shout outs and a couple of thanks, and spout a bit of garbage, drink a bit of beer and go. Business as usual. I wanted to give a couple of shout outs first. I've got the laptop on over here because I won't remember otherwise. Pirate Frog 333, glad you're back, mate. You had a break, but I'm glad you're back. It's good to see you, you know, because I was worried that some people seem to have checked in and then disappeared, and you were one of them, and I'm glad you've come back, you know, welcome back, and thank you for naming my pipe, the Bumblebee pipe. I never saw it, but now I do, and now it's my bee pipe. Lighting again. You'd never guess that I don't plan these videos, would you? So thanks, Pirate Frog, for my bee pipe naming. The other two are a couple of UK pipers, Stephen Waters and his son Tim Waters. Tim goes under the name of Wolf Valley Boy. They both just reached 100 subs in very, very, very quick time, so great. I love having more UK pipers on here, the better, because we're a fairly small band, and they come and go, and you know, we're not as round as much as the Americans and other nationalities are. And on that note, I know Pip of Pip's Pipery Practices and the Peaches. We haven't seen a video from you recently. So come on, let's see a bit more. Although you're probably busy because you have to work for a living, unlike me. Yeah, but Tim and Stephen, congratulations on your 100 subs, fantastic. Onwards and upwards. So Tim goes by the name of Wolf Valley Boy. I'm sure Wolf Valley is somewhere that I should know about, but being a stereotypical London-centric southerner, anything outside London goes sort of over my head. I was going to say to Pip and the Peaches, at least, who I know are going to the London Pipers picnic tomorrow, I hope you have a fantastic time, and I wish I could be there with you. But I have the American visitors who are with my other sister today. They've gone up to visit my other sister's eldest son, who's a doctor up in Cambridge. So they're no doubt punting on the river and having a good look around Cambridge. But I'll be seeing them tomorrow, meeting up in Greenwich Park and doing all the things around there. So sadly can't make the picnic, but I hope you have a fantastic time, and I hope the weather's good for you. It's fantastic. My middle sister, who lives here in the UK, she's about 18 months older than me. I mean, we're a working class family. That's not trying to sort of, you know, boast any credentials or anything, but that's the background we come from. In a space of a generation, it's amazing how things can change. I mean, my mum left school at 14 to go and work in a stockings factory in 1940. I say, pure working class. She was from a family, she had four sisters and two brothers. My dad was the youngest of 8, and they were all girls above him. And yeah, all sort of pure working class. But my sister's 2 boys now, the sister that lives here in the UK, is both her boys are doctors, which is incredible. I say, in the space of a generation. Both my girls are still in full-time education. I've got one who's at an art college, Ravensbourne Art College, which is, you know, a quite well-renowned art college, digital media, the whole thing. Sadly, she takes after me, which means she doesn't have much of a work ethic. But fingers crossed, she will make a go of it. I'm sucking on this pipe so hard I think my eardrums are going to burst. Just trying to keep it going. My youngest daughter, who's still doing her A-levels at secondary school, just the local state comprehensive, she's, I don't know where she gets it from. Incredible. Intelligence, work ethic, the whole thing. Yeah, I'm thick as a brick, believe me. I'm not playing myself down. But she is amongst the top half dozen in her school. And they're trying to push her to go for Oxford or Cambridge, Oxbridge as we call them. You know, obviously the top universities in this country. And she went up for a visit on Wednesday for an open day at one of the colleges in Oxford. And she's fallen in love with it, and she's determined to go for it. It's very, very difficult to get into Oxbridge, but my youngest daughter is incredibly determined and a very, very hard worker. She wants to do a degree in maths. Once again with me. But, you know, who can say? She might do it, you never know. Very, very difficult to get into, but she'll go for it and she'll give it her best shot. But that's all a couple of years away. And I love it, you know, you sort of live vicariously through your children to a certain extent, don't you? This is so wet, it's not going to stay alive. The usual problem. So good luck to them, and I will give them all the support I can, mentally, emotionally, financially, the whole works. Because let's face it, in this day and age, you've got to have an education. It's not like when I left school, and probably like when a lot of you left school. I mean, I left school with hardly any qualifications whatsoever. But there were jobs available where you could start at the ground floor and work your way up. But nowadays, you know, those opportunities are few and far between. And employers, even for relatively, I'm not saying they are menial, but relatively low grade jobs, they're looking for qualifications because they've got the pick of the market. There's so many young people unemployed that, you know, they can pick and choose. And so they place the bar quite high. Cheers once again. But if anybody can do it, my youngest can. And as far as my eldest, well, I left school with no qualifications myself. I didn't do too badly. Took me a long while to get there. I ended up having to work for a lot of people who were a lot younger than me, but higher qualified. But I got there in the end. It's just a bit more of a hard slog. But it's difficult to explain that to a youngster that, you know, if you put in the work now, you can save yourself a lot of grief later on. But everything will come right in the end. Anyway, up to nearly 13 minutes already. I wish I could get away with longer videos, but who's going to watch it? So I better cut this one off. Once again, thanks Pirate Frog for naming my bumblebee pipe. I don't know what it's like in other countries, but bees, I mean, bees have always fascinated me. I think they're beautiful creatures. I love them. Always fascinated me. I know Mark, Who's Your Piper, I think he said in a video a few weeks back that he was going to be keeping some bees. So I'd love to see whether he's actually done that and what his progress is, because I think they're amazing. And sadly, I don't know what it's like in other countries, but here in the UK, bees are on the decline, which is quite worrying because they're hugely important pollinators for food crops. And over the past few weeks, they've been running, there's an app I've downloaded to my iPhone because they're running a bee count to keep track of bee numbers and the different varieties of bees. And I never realised how many different varieties there actually were. So I downloaded that and I've been participating in that and giving the feedback so that they can track bee numbers and the different varieties and where they are in the country. It's such a shame, you know, if we lose them. They're part of our summer, and I say, as few people realise, an incredibly important part of the whole food production cycle. So yeah, I've been bee watching. I sit out in the back garden and look at them and count them up and then submit my readings. I was watching one in the front garden, I think it was yesterday. It was on one of the plants I've got out there that's in flower. And I couldn't resist it. Its little fluffy back. I wanted to stroke it because it looked, they're so beautiful. And I reached my finger out. It was there, it was feeding from the nectar. And I just wanted to stroke it. And just when I was getting there, I was about only a couple of millimetres away. I thought, best not. I don't think it was too enthralled by the idea. But, yeah, such a shame. Such a shame. I hope we can turn it around and, you know, and everything gets back on track. Anyway, that's 15 minutes. It goes by so quickly. And I've only just got warmed up. So I'll put another video up tomorrow. And in the meantime, I suppose I better say bye-bye. As Michael Caine would say, you're a big man, but you're out of shape. So shut up. Bye-bye all. Speak to you tomorrow.